So Stephan, what's the plan?
Yeah, we go out now, we shoot the rifle first.
Yeah.
And then we check. We see maybe we are lucky if we see some buffaloes or a hippo or some plains game. We're open for everything, so we will see.
You said you saw a big herd of buffalo this morning when you were coming to pick us up at the airport.
Yeah, there was a big herd, but now we look a bit for single bulls. We have a good chance in this area we go. We always have some small bull groups and we try to find one of them.
All right, let's go.
Do it.
We're coming in here, we could hear the elephant over here, and then all of a sudden we see this one over here and he starts charging in.
I think they cut him off, you know. We cut him off, we
so
went between
they were
them.
Actually going...
Yeah, they wanted to go there for this. This one was screaming and he was still there.
Oh, okay. So it had nothing to do with us.
We came between them, yeah, we came between them.
So we're driving along, just spotted some buffalo tracks, and they're very fresh, so we're going to do a quick stalk here and see if we can find them. The front one there. The front one. Younger ones down. Just on the edge of an opening here. And there's a herd of buffalo just walked out, so we're going to go see if there's a big bull there. Looks like there is, though. Lots of bulls in there, but they all look young, and we're not in a hurry. It's early in the hunt, so go and take a look. That was pretty exciting, though. We just came into this opening, and all of a sudden all these buffalo just started filing out. So we did a stalk down on them, got quite close to them, but nothing that we were looking for. But really cool. That was awesome. There's a lot of buffalo there, and you know, some bulls that were big bulls, but they just weren't old bulls yet. So the search continues. So we're just making our way down the river here, and we spotted a buffalo laying in the water up ahead. He hasn't seen us yet, so we're going to do a quick stalk.
second one is fine. Go on the stick. Number 2. Second one. Wait. Both not.
That was pretty exciting. We got about 40 yards from them, and they decided they just weren't big enough. So pretty cool to stalk in. We thought there was only one there, and then the second one looked bigger, but then he got up and Carlos said, no, don't shoot. So they didn't. So we decided to leave the river alone for a little bit and come up in some of the higher country here and look for some plains game, but we just spotted 2 buffaloes, so do a quick stalk. We haven't really seen them. The wind isn't great though, so whether we can get in on them or not is hard to say, but it's a little more open here, so it'll be a little easier to get the camera on them. A lot more tsetse flies here too though.
Everything fine. You can take him with a frontal shot, that's good. When you have a clear shot to it, it's a good bull.
I just had no shot at all, so he just slowly walked away, but all I could see was like, "You're up." So we're gonna let him be for a little bit, then track him again. Well, we've been seeing lots of buffalo, just not the right one, or if we find the right one, we just can't get on them. So it's morning here again. We're going to take a walk up this dry riverbed and look for some tracks. It's kind of the idea here is to find a big old lone bull track and then start following them. We've done that a few times and it's worked a few and it hasn't worked a few. So hopefully this morning. Not even 7:30 yet, and it is smoking hot. But just went for a walk. There's a few bull tracks here. They've been around, but nothing fresh enough to follow. So back to the truck we go, and on we go. Well, I always say things can change in the blink of an eye, and we just pulled under a shade to have some coffee, and our game scout looked out, and sure enough there was a big herd of buffalo walking right towards us, but the wind was as bad as it could have been for where they were coming from. They were obviously walking right into it, and we were right upwind of them, so we tried to get around on them, but I think there was just too much scent around, and you see a big cloud of dust going away, so they're probably coming down to the river here to drink, so maybe they'll come back. At least we can let them settle and pick up the track later. Well, we were just leaving where we had coffee, and this buffalo didn't go very far at all. We're only maybe 200 or 300 yards, and we spotted them again, but the wind is just doing this today. It's really bad, but they weren't too spooked or anything, so I think what we're going to try and do is maybe follow them, see if this wind will kind of, they say in the afternoon the wind kind of gets more steady, and if that happens we'll be good. But didn't see any big bulls, but we only saw a very small part of the herd. See what happens.
Here he is. This one here. Come on. This one. Got him. Stop. Go. Now. Okay. He is sick. Sick.
Talk about a scramble. We, all of a sudden, like, the wind just kept switching. They'd smell us and they'd run a little bit, and then all of a sudden we're running beside them, and boom, they're like 20 meters, and there's, I don't know, 200 or 300 buffalo there, and all of a sudden the one big bull, he just stayed out in the open, and I had to wait for the camera, and then he ran a little bit and turned again, and I said, Vanessa, have you got him? She's like, yep, and I hammered him.
I stayed a little wide. But...
Good. Well, we found blood pretty quickly. With all those buffalo running, I didn't know if we would, so he must be sliding back to the
Okay.
Big buffalo. Big buffalo. Yeah, a good first shot of him though. He was bleeding. He didn't go far at all. Maybe, I don't know, 70 or 80 meters. But, you know, we just started shooting lead into him. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get the heart pumping in the morning. Thank you.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you. Well, I'll tell you what, this is exciting stuff. We had like 200 buffalo within 20 yards of us running, and they didn't know where we were, and we didn't know where all them were. So, this is real deal. Well, we had a few rough days looking for buffalo. We had a couple blowing stalks, but we weren't seeing many. But as anyone who hunts knows, things can change in a heartbeat. And stopped for coffee, and all of a sudden we're covered up in buffalo.
But we had terrible wind.
Yeah, I can't believe we made that work.
Almost had to give up on these ones.
Yeah, the wind, every time Carlo would put the puffer out, the wind, it would go another direction, and it was going to them. But man, this is pretty real deal hunting here. We hunted hard for this buffalo. I think we're in about 4 or 5 days now looking for buffalo, and they are wild here, and they are tough. And I guess that's what hunting Tanzania is all about, isn't it?
Exactly. We had a bit bad luck the last days. We pushed hard, we worked very hard for this buffalo, and now in this bad wind the luck has changed.
Yeah.
Came to our side, and so I'm very happy that we could take this nice buffalo after this hard work on it,
Now we're in the Selous Game Reserve here, and this is the biggest game reserve in the world, and it's noted for dangerous game. Like, you don't come here on a plains game hunt. There is plains game to hunt, but you come here to hunt dangerous game. And we've seen lions while we've been here. We've got leopards on baits already. We've seen crocs, we've seen hippos, we've seen elephants. And of course, there's a lot of buffalo here, isn't there?
Plenty buffalo.
Yeah. And you've been guiding since when, Patty, in here?
I've been here since '86.
So you've seen a lot of change over the years.
I love the Selous.
I'll bet you do. I could be addicted very quickly.
Yeah.
Heritage safaris here in Tanzania in the Selous Game Reserve. I don't know, this is real deal Africa. It just doesn't get any better than this. You hunt hard, you work hard, you get great results. Thank you, Patty.
No, well done. Good.
Yes.
Good to have you here.
Thank you, Stephan.
Thank you, TJ.
You
Great
guys
job.
are
Well done.
incredibly gracious hosts, and as always, we'll have all the contact information at the end of the show. For more information on hunting in Tanzania or South Africa with Heritage Safaris, check out their website at heritage-safaris.com. Become part of their hunting heritage.